good memories of her father used to, when he was passing by, he'd come over with the horse and she'd feed the horse as a young girl.
Like, that's such a lovely...
Give an apple or something.
Yeah, such a lovely thing, you said.
Just totally different world.
I mean, you can't really see here, can you? But Holmes Road's just... it's not too far away, is it? And obviously the Bull's pub, which you told me about, was...
Bull and Gate,
Bull and Gate, sorry, not Bull and Gate. It's, when I walk past, I think, wow, that's like my great grandfather, you know, and all his mates, you know, must have been quite.
Yeah, and he used to go to the Monarch at the bottom of Ferdinand Street here.
Oh, really?
That was like his local pub after he'd retired.
Oh, how interesting! Yeah. Yeah, right on Chalk Farm, on the main road there.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it shows here because I mean, this is obviously this is 70 years. This map was done 70 years earlier, but all the red and that, so it's and pink. It shows that, you know, these are sort of like middle class, lower middle class. Everyone's going, and then like right down here, all the black is just like these are like the vicious criminal classes. So, I mean, that change. Would you say it's just a couple of like Ferdinand Street, basically?
Well, these are all. I'm not sure what the black is.
I think it's supposed to. Is it supposed to show? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Actually, maybe I'm reading it wrong.
In the 30s, I think council flats were made here.
Yes, no, you're right. They are. Yes, yeah. But actually, I mean, it shows in black, but I think that's just the building because if you look, it's actually coloured pink as well. But yes, that's right. These are these were done in the 30s, as you said. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Though they're still there, aren't they? Obviously.
Yeah, there wasn't these. When I was born, there weren't these streets. There was just blocks of flats there. So, and there was bombing here. So these might be.
Yes, it's before. Okay, so I mean these are very old, aren't they?
Yeah, it was just round here. There was the bomb dropped, and that's what shook up all the other houses, I think.
Yeah. I mean, was it a nice name? I mean, as a kid, did you have like gangs running around, and did you feel sort of like you had to? Obviously, you had an older brother, so that didn't have to worry you as much. But
yeah, no, he always wanted to get on with his mates. He didn't want me around.
No, it's natural.
But if there's any trouble, he'd help with. I played with all his mates, like football and all the rest. But I
mean, for you, like if you come back from school or whatever, I mean, was just like local kids and yeah,
it didn't really. Trying to think.
No, well that's.
Well, I had the friends, the neighbours. There's like Biffy Jones and Ian Ward, and that they were at different schools, so just played with them like in school holidays and that.
But it's just great that, I mean, you just look at the map here and look at, obviously you're talking about post-war, that there's so many like shops and houses in the thriving areas, whereas now all the kids have got, you know, all the schools are shutting down and
well, it's unbelievable because this was like a little kind of oasis in the desert. There was a whole community here. There wasn't much traffic. Children would just play in the streets.
Is that interesting? Yeah.
And the Farmer Cream here, that's the kind of entrance to the Farmer Cream. And then you had all the shops.
Was there cows there, Dad, or am I being silly?
No, no cows.
No, I mean, obviously, Chalk Farm used to be, didn't it? I think like a long time, about
oh yeah,
about 50 years.
Yeah.
I think turn of the century, I think there was still a farm.
Yeah.
Obviously, Parliament Hill, they had cows like in the last, you know, in the previous century. But
yeah.
Yes.
All this here was incredible because it's owned by Eton College, and these are all very rich luxury houses,
right? Yeah.
All on leases.
Yes.
That the college controls.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Eton Road.
The whole lot, yeah.
Obviously, Eton
College Road, Provost. They're all named around the fellows.
Yes.
Apart
Eton
from
Villas.
Richard Steele. But yeah, I used to go up here to Real Street School.
Real Street, yes.
I used to go down there, cross over, go up, and then go to Real Street School there. And
Real Street is here, isn't it? So this is interesting. This is before there was a school here. Obviously, this is like a long time before, but
yeah, the school must have come like in the 1880s, I should imagine, or whatever.
So,
but I was there from up till about 8, I think, and then I went to Carlton Road from 8 to 11. I remember at Real Street School when the Queen became the Queen, and we had to march around the playground with little flags, and were given a pen and a mug.
Oh, that'd be worth a lot.
Coronation mug, yeah.
But we were not really that interested.
And that was like kind of Christmas. It's so pathetic.
But no, it's just the times, isn't it? Have so little, and that's really interesting. I mean, obviously, Carlton School shut down. Is this one is still going, isn't it?
Yeah, Real Street's still going.
Yeah, I've walked past.
Carlton is like a community centre.
Well, they gutted it, didn't they? They got we had all the kids from.
Yeah.
Have gone to Gospel Oak, haven't they? Which is
right. Yeah.
Sort of the refugees from Carlton School.
Yeah.
What's right over here? Sorry.
I remember vividly walking to school one day, and I found a 3-pence bit on the floor. Oh. And that was
well, that's it.
That seemed amazing. Kind of sticks in my head.
What about this area here, then? Because if you go up here, so you've got Southampton Road goes into Maitland Park Villa, and obviously you've got the church, you've got the almshouses, which are still there. When I did the volunteering during the COVID,
right, yeah,
I went in there, and it's fascinating. So
that's a really nice community, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. It's like something out of a TV show. The priest was sitting in a deck chair chatting away, and there's all the old geezers and codgers and that were outside.
Like orphan working.
That's
school.
what I want to ask you. Was that there when you? I would have thought that would have gone, because maybe they built the housing, but that was the orphan working school.
No, I think that was. I think that became an old person's home, council run, because I think that's where my mother used to work.
Oh, did she? Because they've redeveloped it. That's another place.
Then they redeveloped.
Yes. That's interesting. So
but in the must be the 60s. That was council old woman's home. Just for women.
It's a bit grim, but I mean, Nan used to clean the bodies, did she, after they died? Was that?
No, they'd.
Where was that then?
No, she'd look after.
Yes.
She was like a care worker.
Yes.
And she always used to complain to the council about how bad things were there.
Yeah, I bet, yes.
And I think they eventually got rid of her.
Yeah, well, that's the tactic, isn't it?
She got on very well with the woman who ran it, a Scottish woman, who then retired and went up to Scotland.
Where was it then that Nan... Did she do that, or did I just make that up?
Well, no, she had to look after old women. She had to wash them and bathe them and that. But then they would just be taken away.
No, that's right.
The family would take them away. But she would always like she was always there at like Christmas and that, so you wouldn't have like family Christmases.
No,
she'd be busy working.
Yeah. Oh, really, for you mean you didn't?
Yeah, just she worked there for quite a while, I think. But
because when I think about Nan, that working, as you said, that working at the old people's home, she was a cleaner at Holmes Road as well, wasn't she? I think with the police.
Yeah, she. That was after this, and also working up at what do you call it, hospital up the road?
Royal Free.
Royal Free Hospital. In the laundry there. I think that was the last job she had. Just to.
I remember Nan saying that at the police station, she was telling the coppers off because she was saying that they're driving. They got the siren on. She's saying, "I know you just came back to the station. You don't need the siren on."
Yeah, she'd say how messy they were as well, because it was like residences.
Of course, yeah.
The single police.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing, because that Nan, those sort of jobs, I always think, it's a bit sad. My grandmother.
Well, she wanted to be there because of the memory of the thing.
But she would just want to be very active. But a lot of the jobs that I think like my grandparents did, also they seemed very tough, very sad. But I was really pleased when you were saying about like with the pencil. The pencil and paint company, it sounded like a very nice. That seemed like a nice job to have, didn't it? Like,
yeah, she was working in the office there when I was before Alan was born. When I was a child, because I was
early 50s then.
Yeah,
a bit later.
Before I'd gone to school.
Early 50s.
Yeah, about like 51, 52 probably. And there's a photo of me in a cowboy outfit in the
I'd love to see that, Dad.
back garden of the old woman who used to look after me, and I could see my mother in the window at the end of the garden of this, because it like batted onto the factory of this woman's garden of Mrs. Isaacs that was a couple of doors up, who my mother used to pay to look after me. She couldn't have made much money if she's had to pay like a keeper.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But when I was little, she used to she'd qualified as a dressmaker before, when she had left school, and she used to do these she'd get the material and then sew it all together, like making children's clothes, and then we'd go down to near where I used to go to, where I was going to go to school later, at King's Cross, Malden Crescent, to this council house place to give to the woman who was organising it, and then she'd pay her. I remember carrying the bags of stuff, and she'd work quite late at night, like on the machine, like you're doing here. She'd be doing it on the machine.
Yes, no, that's right. I always remember Nan with the...
And it's just amazing times. It was like tough for everybody.
Yes, everyone's just getting on with that.
Because it was like just after rationing. May have still been rationing.
Yeah, I think that's right, though. I mean, that was us, wasn't it? We won the war and lost the peace. Like we were like France, Germany, Italy. They're all having fabulous food while we were still.
Yeah, well, Germany was completely rebuilt, wasn't it? And we're still dealing with Victorian stuff.
The broken biscuits at the Welsh confectionery down the road.
Yeah, that was a kind of luxury. That was so pathetic.
But that's that whole thing, isn't it, about Monty Python, of like, you in my day, you had.
Well, it's just what people don't realise is there was nothing here. You had no choice. There's no like supermarket. You take it all for granted now. Here, everything was kind of measured and precious and pathetic.
But also, like, it was, going back to the factory again. It's just very nice that you and your mum and your dad's both there, and you said there's like your dad's it sounded like they both enjoyed it, and he was in the kiln. Yeah,
at the side around here they had like at the back of the last house they had 2 large kilns.
Wow.
Where they used to bake all the pencils, and that, and so he used to put milk bottles in to melt to
Yes.
make like glassworks,
Yes.
like little animals or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
And he enjoyed any kind of creative work, but he
Yes.
just didn't, like other people would kind of work at it,
Yes,
where he
yes.
did it just to show people like how clever he was.
Anyway, well, that's all right. But it's
But
nice.
yeah,
You always think factories. I always think, oh God, factories. You know, they seem grim.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
I don't
quite
know.
open, and
It
there was a
sounds-
lot of space, and
You say when you go in, there was like the tree cutter or whatever it was.
the saw
Yeah.
chain. What do you call it? Saw.
Yeah.
Massive thing that they'd have like proper trees
Yeah.
chopped in sections,
Yeah.
and then they kind of smooth them off, and then eventually they become pencils. But at like the front of the factory, as you go into it, on the side there was all the wood stuff. And it was just amazing when you think of it, like in the centre of the city,
Yes,
the whole and I think they had they used to have outings. I'm not sure if that was when my mother worked there, that they went up to Blackpool.
Oh,
I remember
really? Oh.
before